everybody, my name is Mars. You can call me MG if you would like. Today is Friday, and I figured I would just start a nice little weekend vlog, see where things take me. I've got some fun plans, and I figured it'd be nice to take you guys with me. So, I am about to actually go to the library. It is like 1:45, and I've got two books to drop off. I'm dropping off The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo and Sunbringer by Hannah Kaner. I believe I only have one book that I'm picking up, but I don't remember what that book is because I've actually requested four in recent times, and I think only one of them is ready for me. So we will see what that is when I get it, but I will come back and share that with you. I think I might also stop at like a coffee shop on the way back because it kind of feels like that kind of day. We'll see. I will come back after my library excursion and we will figure out together which book actually arrived for me. Okay, I'm back. I am very sweaty because it was so nice the first like 5 minutes outside, and then all the clouds went away and it got really hot. But I did get an iced chai that is sweating profusely, but it's fine. It's delicious. We stopped at a little free library because I had my book to drop off, and I was so tempted. There were copies of books 2 through 6 in the Vampire Academy series, and all 6 books in the Bloodline series, which is like a sequel spin-off situation. And I was so close to grabbing those, but like, first of all, this was like our first stop, and I did not want to carry 11 books around. Second of all, Vampire Academy is a series that I'm currently rereading. I started rereading it last, I want to say October, because it was the Nostalgia Train book club pick for the month. That's what it was. And I decided to continue on. This is a series that I read in high school and kind of forgot most of what happened, but I have reread since the first 3. So I was very tempted to grab them, but I ultimately came to the conclusion that this is a series that I enjoy, but it's not one that I absolutely love. I'm not a ride or die Vampire Academy fan. If I do ever want to reread it again in the future, they're very accessible through my local library. So, I left them there. Very sad, but it is what happened. I went to the library, and I did in fact only have one book there to pick up, and it was The Three Body Problem by Cixin Liu. Again, I've looked up how to say this name several times. I hope I'm getting at least as close as I can. But this is a book that I will not be reading anytime soon. It is on my TBR for September, but it's like slotted for closer to the end of the month. So, yeah. It is, oh, this font is teeny tiny. Maybe I'm gonna see if maybe the audiobook is available through Libby or will be available soon, because listening to it while I read it might be beneficial. There's like, let me see. Oh, there's like a pattern on the like part page. That's fun. Yeah, I am excited to read this, just not yet. And the other 3 books I will have to wait for. Yeah, now the plan is to chill a little bit. I have 2.5 hours until I have to get ready for work, because I have work at 4, so I have to get ready at 3, and it's currently 12:30. So the plan, I'm going to do some reading. I am currently reading The Outcast by Taryn Matheru. Very excited to be reading this. I love the Summoner series, and this is like a prequel following the origin story of the Mentor character, and it's going to be a real fun time. So I'm currently reading that. I also want to do some writing, so I recently, as in yesterday, finally finished going through all of the beta reader feedback that I got on my novel Salvation, and that book is going to take a lot of work. It really needs to be restructured before I can tackle anything else. I feel like a restructuring of the novel would solve a lot of the issues that my beta readers were having. So that's gonna happen, but not yet. What I am going to do is switch gears away from my horror and go for my fantasy that I had put on hold in order to work on. Well, I put it on hold because I was editing Crystal's novel, but then I was like, okay, it's already on hold. I might as well get some other stuff out of the way that I should be doing first. But now I'm going to return to Whimsy, my fantasy romance novel, and I did draft the first, I think, 8 chapters, but there are 47. So I didn't get super far into it, but I'm very excited to get back into that. Today I might not do any actual drafting, but I will at the very least reread the first 8 chapters that I have to refamiliarize myself with what I was doing and look at my outline index cards that I have to see what's coming up and just kind of like get myself back in the mood for this story. I may listen to my playlist for it because my playlist is honestly like chef's kiss. I love it so much. It's a great story playlist. Yeah, that is, actually, I was gonna say that's all I got planned, but I do also have to put away the laundry. I hate chores. I already did my dishes this morning, but now there's still more to do. There's always something to do. Also, I should probably vacuum, but I can just run the Roomba for that, assuming it works. It's been very finicky lately and hasn't always worked. But I'm going to now stop rambling and probably do some reading first and then do writing after and put away clothes somewhere in the middle there. So I will let you go now and see you in a little while. Okay, I apologize if any sounds from outside are louder than usual, but I do have the window cracked open because it is beautiful out and I wanted to get some fresh air in here. But I have read through the first 2 chapters of Whimsy, not the full 8. I am being a little bit more involved in this. I've made a couple of line edits. Let that car go by. Sorry about that. I've just changed things up a little bit, but not, like, maybe like in 3 places, not a lot at all. But like, I'm just so in love with the story and the characters. Ugh, my heart. So I do have 2 main characters, with this being a romance, Angel and Gil, and they alternate chapters. So the first chapter's from Angel's POV, the second one from Gil, then it goes back and forth, and they're both so good already. Like, where they start off, I'm so excited to see their stories come together and then to continue writing their story. There's so many cars. I'm gonna make this quick. I wanted to let you know that I'm already obsessed with the story again, but I'm going to now get a little bit of food in me so that I'm not starving during work, and then do a little bit more reading. I don't know if I'm going to get through all 8 chapters before I have to get ready, but I'll just keep working as much as I can, so I'll see you later when it's hopefully not as loud outside. Hello, friends. It is 11:30 p.m., so if I look exhausted, it's because I am. I just got home from work. Well, I got home from work, changed into my pajamas, went to the bathroom, got myself, like, settled, and then came on to update this. It was a time. I ended up going into work an hour earlier than I was meant to. I went in at 3 because the opening manager started to feel unwell, so I went in early so that she could go home early, and it was just so hectic. I feel like these first couple of weeks that school is in session, it's going to be busy every single evening from everyone coming after school to get ice cream. There's actually a school literally across the street from the place that I work, so we get a lot of kids from there. But at least the tips were good. The tips were actually very good tonight. It was like more than $6 per hour for tips. We pool our tips and then like average them out for however many hours people work each day. It's the whole thing. But yeah, got really good tips, so it made it worth it. I don't know if you can tell, but my hands are like so red and they're like dry and cracking basically because scooping cold ice cream, the cold affects the skin, but then also having to wash your hands so often, they're like drying out. And I did lather them up with lotion as soon as I got home, but I think I'm gonna do that again before I go to bed. But right now I'm going to like fill out my bullet journal for the evening as I always do, and then apparently I'm gonna yawn. Excuse me. I'm gonna like do everything I need to settle into bed and then go to sleep. That is my plan. I do have work again tomorrow, 4 to 11, and it should actually be 4 to 11, not 3. So, yeah, I will see you tomorrow with whatever I end up doing. Good morning, friends. It is just about 10 a.m. I've gotten a bit of a slower start this morning. I slept in a little bit and then I've just been taking my time going through my morning routine. I'm just so tired from yesterday. I do, in fact, have work again today. I think I mentioned I am working 4 to 11 again, and this time I will actually be going in at 4 instead of going in at 3. I'm so tired. Anyway, I am going to actually get started doing stuff, but I'm going to do some chill things today. I think what I'm going to start off with is putting on some YouTube videos because I've got a lot to catch up on. I'm not going to get through all of them today because I feel like 5 or 6 different people I subscribed to uploaded yesterday, and every single one of them posted a video that was at least an hour long. So that's a lot to get through, and I will work on it, but I'm not going to get through all of those videos today. I'm going to start with Taskmaster, though. The penultimate episode of this season of Taskmaster New Zealand was uploaded. It's season 5, episode 9. So we are almost closing things out. Next week will be the last one, but I'm going to start with that because I really want to watch it. And then I will probably just watch whoever uploaded first yesterday out of all those people whose videos went up. And I'm going to set up my reading journal for September because September is in 2 days and I haven't done that yet. So what I have been doing this year is the monthly theme for my reading journal has been based off of my favorite read of the month prior. That was really loud and annoying. So my favorite read of August was Beneath the Sugar Sky by Seanan McGuire. I absolutely adored it, which has been the case for every book in this series so far, so I shouldn't be surprised, but it was just so good. I will say, though, The Teller of Small Fortunes was a close second. I did also really enjoy that, but Beneath the Sugar Sky, 10 out of 10, fantastic. This is going to make such a cute theme for September. It's going to be all pink and blue and purple, and we're using a very, straightforward, no-nonsense kind of font, because that's the font that the title is on for the cover, and that's what I do. I definitely have some pink, blue, and purple washi tapes that I can bring into this just to add a little bit of, I was gonna say texture. I don't think that's quite the right word, but I also can't think of what word I actually mean, so we're just gonna go with it. I think it's gonna be adorable, so I will be doing that while I watch YouTube, and then I think it's time to face the facts. I don't think I will be doing any actual drafting this weekend. I think this weekend is going to be dedicated just to refamiliarizing myself with whimsy. So I only read through those first 2 chapters yesterday. I'm going to go through a couple more, hopefully the rest of them, so 6 more, but if not, it's no big deal, and just get myself back in the mood for this story. I also want to do more reading of The Outcast by Taryn Matheru because I just have not had time to read these past few days. I've been reading this book for 3 days and I'm only 25% in, which is kind of abysmal for me and my pace of reading, especially for a book this easy to read. So those are the things that I'm going to be working on throughout today, I will get going on it and update you at certain points, I guess. I don't really know. We're kind of winging this. So here is the first page of my reading journal for September. And then we've got this full spread with all of the stuff going on. It's quite busy, but I really love the colors. I think it's so fun. And then we have the 2 readathons that I'm taking part in. If you want to know more about these, check out my TBR video for the month. Okay, friends, it has been a minute since I talked to you. I have since put my hair back and put on a sweatshirt because my hair was annoying me in my face, but then I got really chilly. So that has nothing to do with anything, but it happened. Anyway, I did about an hour of reading and I'm really enjoying The Outcast. I am just past or just before the 50% mark. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember now, actually. And then I got to reading my own book, Whimsy. I read 3 more chapters and did the teeniest, tiniest amount of tinkering. And I'm still really obsessed with it. I have 3 more chapters to read that I'll probably do tomorrow morning or afternoon, whenever I get around to it, but definitely tomorrow. And I know when I get to the end of chapter 8, and see that there's no more to read because I haven't yet written it, I'm gonna be so disappointed. But that's fine. That just means I get to write the rest of it, and that's also exciting. So I have like 20-30 minutes before I have to get ready for work. So I think I'm gonna get a little snack and go back to watching more YouTube. I will most likely not update you tonight because I will be getting home again super duper late. And you saw how tired I was last night. It's probably going to be similar tonight. So I will say goodbye here and see you in the morning. Good morning, friends. It is Sunday, and I was so looking forward to a nice, lazy day, but I have to leave the apartment, and I'm so sad. We have to go grocery shopping because we are running very low on quite a few things that I didn't realize we were running low on until now. And today would really be the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the easiest day to go out would be today because of my work schedule this week. So I do have to leave the house. And also my boyfriend wants to run to like REI and a couple of other places, so we might as well do it all at the same time. So I'll be doing that in a little while, but I have just completed my morning routine and I've got a little bit of time before we have to leave because REI doesn't open until 11 and it's only 10:30 right now. But I am quite cozy and ready to chill, and it's gonna be so disrupted and I'm upset about it, but we move. I have no big plans for the day. I just figured I would do more of the same, finish reading through Whimsy, read more of the book that I'm in the middle of, stuff like that. Oh, so my knuckles apparently started bleeding at one point because of how dry they were, and now it looks like I've gotten into the world's wimpiest bar fight because they're like slightly scabbed over. But yeah, work yesterday was so tiring and my hands were aching by the end of it. I think the changing of the season has something to do with it too, with how like bad it's getting because it has been chillier these past few days. I think the past like week and a half maybe. But yeah, this wasn't an issue that I've dealt with for the past 3 months that I've been working here, so I think it is just because it's getting colder out, and that compounded with the cold ice cream, and then constantly washing my hands, just drying them out. It's so annoying. I've been diligently moisturizing them these past couple of days, so I want to get like a small little moisturizer lotion thing to put in my purse to bring to work. So I'll look at that at the grocery store. Look for that. I am spacing out right now. I don't know. But I just wanted to come on here and say good morning to you all. I do have one other thing to show you actually that I just remembered. So I passed by some little free libraries on my walk to and from work. Okay, I had to cut that clip short because my boyfriend was suddenly very loud in the bedroom next door, and I don't know where I cut that clip, but what was I saying? Little free libraries. I walked past some little free libraries on the way to and from work, and yesterday I did pick up another book. It's rough having so many good little free libraries in the area because I feel like I'm just constantly adding to my physical TBR. But this is a book that I've known about for quite a while now, and it's one that I've wanted to check out, and that is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. I'm so excited for this. It's one that I've been wanting to check out for ages, and now I can. I mean, I could have anyway through like the library, but whatever. Now I have a copy for free. Exciting. I really do have to like cull my shelves and find some books to unhaul and give back to the little free libraries because I am definitely taking more than I am giving. But this book is historical fantasy romance, and it's set during the Regency era. This one specifically is about a girl. Theodora is apparently her name. She was cursed by a fairy to lose half of her soul and therefore half of her emotions, so she doesn't feel fear or embarrassment and stuff like that. Ooh. She gets embroiled in the affairs of a sorcerer, sorcier? I think that's the French word for sorcerer. Elias. Yeah, this sounds really fun. Oh, she goes by Dora. That's cute. But yeah, this is the first book in a trilogy, and I believe one of the other two books is sapphic, which is also exciting. We know I love a queer romance, but yeah, this cover is also really cute. I like the colors and how simple it is, but I don't think I'll be getting to this anytime soon. But it's nice to have on the back burner. It's also very short. How long are you? You are, that's an afterword. What is this? Oh, there's like a bonus. Oh, there's a little prequel novella in the back. That's fun. But the actual book is only 239 pages, so I could probably knock this out in a day if I really wanted to. And yeah, very excited. But I have to get ready to go soon. Probably should have breakfast. I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I will figure out the order in which I'm doing things later on and take you along with me and give you updates and all that. You guys know how vlogs work. I don't know why I'm explaining this, but I'll see you in a little while. So it is quite a bit later than the last time I talked to you, and there's a car going by. It is 7:45 p.m., and I'm here to close out the vlog. I did no actual vlogging today, and I apologize for that. But I came back from grocery shopping, and I just felt so under the weather. My stomach was hurting really bad. I was having trouble staying awake. I was like falling asleep in my seat, so I ended up having to take a nap, and I was just not really feeling it. So literally all I did was nap watch some YouTube, and read. So I did in fact finish reading The Outcast, and it was fun. I really enjoyed this book, and I'm glad we got to return to the world of the Summoner series. I just don't think it lived up to the main series itself. I didn't enjoy it quite as much, but it was still a fun time, and I'm excited to read more from Taron Matthew. I'd love for him to write more in the world of the Summoner series, but he does have a few other series going on that I am excited to check out one day. But other than that, I just didn't really do anything. I mean, you saw me doing my end of the night bullet journaling. Not only is it for today, but I had to close out this week because it is Sunday night and that is the end of the week for me, and so I was preparing for the week ahead. But also, it's August 31st. I had to close out the entire month, so I did like all my finances and stuff that I do at the end of the month, and I've been prepping for September, which starts tomorrow. Crazy. Yeah, that the weekend didn't really turn out quite how I expected, but I don't think it ever does. I still feel like I did some good work. I had some fun times doing stuff like reading both a book and my own project. I'm very excited to keep working on that. Even though I didn't get to read those last 3 chapters today, I will definitely do so in the coming days. I won't promise that it'll be tomorrow because who knows, but I will continue working on Whimsy and I'm hopefully going to keep enjoying it. But yeah, thank you for coming along on this ride with me. If you've enjoyed this vlog, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content. That way I will see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.